Well, hey, Community Church, thanks so much for tuning in today. I want to say, Brad, we miss everybody, don't we?
I do.
I mean,
Yeah.
I see people at the grocery store or at Menards or random places, but I look out here in this worship center and I see a bunch of empty seats, and I cannot wait to see people face to face again. And I want to just say thank you for all that you're doing to stay connected, whether it's tuning in on Sundays to watch the service, whether it's staying connected in your small group, or really whether it's continuing to give financially. And I want to just say thank you for your generosity. Our last 2 months, the giving has been really strong, and it's exceeded budget, and it's two of our biggest back-to-back months that we've had in a long time. So again, I say thank you. And because of your giving, Brad, you want to share some of those things that giving's been able to do?
Yeah, through your generosity, we've been able to make an incredible impact, both in this local community and worldwide in the midst of this pandemic. We've been able to give some extra support to some of our impact partners, again, both here in our local community and across the world. We've partnered with local hospitals and given direct support and encouragement to some of their people on the front lines fighting this virus. We've even been able to intercede financially with a number of local families who are just experiencing all different sorts of financial issues and hardships right now. And your giving has allowed this church to make a huge impact in this community.
Yeah, so from the start, we've tried to say, how can we be positioned as a church and work together to really be the church in our community. And God's been able to work through your generosity in that, but it's not over yet.
Right. And even as we haven't been meeting in this room together, the church has not stopped, and the ministry of what we're doing has not stopped. And we're not done yet, and we want to share a few updates today about even where we're going next.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we look out, Brad, I see you got a fresh cut.
I know, barbershop's open today.
So, things are starting to open up. So people are saying, okay, when are we going to come back together as a church? And we've wrestled with this. We've gotten some feedback from you all, and thanks for participating in the survey. And one of the things that's clear is that there's a wide range of levels of comfort and responsibility. So we want you to know what's really important to us as we think about when we're going to be able to return. First and foremost, we want to be able to do it safely. So we've got lots to consider there. We also want to be able to come back at a time when it's really us, and we can at least begin to have the type of community and the level of participation that we want to truly be us. So we've landed really on the weekend of June the 14th as our time to come back.
Yeah, and that would be the first time that we can gather in groups of 250. And so, like Jason said, we are targeting June 14th as that first weekend back together. And when we come back together, we are not going to stop our online services. So we know from the survey, from so many of your responses, that many of you would want to come back on that day, but many of you won't. And you'll make a decision that's safe for your family, and that is fantastic. And we are providing an online service now, of course, and we will continue to do so for a while, even after we meet again here in this room. And when we do come back together, we won't have any kids ministry or any student ministry for a while. We don't know how long that'll last. There's so many question marks, right? But just so you know, for a while, we will meet here in this room, all ages. And it'll be a fun experience. It'll be a lively experience. And so that we want to make sure everyone knows that, because that may change a decision for you and for your family. And we've got all kind of safety protocols. We've got all kind of plans in place to make sure that when you come to church, when you come to worship together, to be encouraged, to see the people that you haven't been able to see in person for a while, when you come to this place, that you're not putting your health at risk. So we've got all kind of things that we're doing here, and we can talk more about those as we get closer to June 14th. But just know that we are waiting for a little while to make sure that we can do it in a way that's safe and in a way that feels like us.
Yeah, absolutely. And a couple things that are really important to us. One is that we have a high value on accessibility. And we look at that in lots of ways, whether you're new to the Bible or you've been studying the Bible forever, and whether you're in a position where you're going to be able to come back right away when we open up, that's great, but it's absolutely fine if you're not and you want to stay connected online. So we want to continue to provide really those different environments of discipleship, even in this time. And so thankful for Brad and our team that we've got detail people. We got people that absolutely care about protocols and your safety. And Brad's got, I don't know how many spreadsheets and columns and colors and all that. So you can have great confidence that we're going to, take all the precautions that are necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, and even though we're excited for that June 14th day, that's still a month away.
Right.
And we would hate to go another month without seeing you at all in person. So we are putting together some experiences that we might be able to do here on our campus, probably outside, that would happen between now and June 14th. And I'm speaking vaguely because we don't have all the details, but we are trying to think about ways that we could maybe have some fun experiences here. We've got nothing but parking lot, so we might be able to utilize our parking lot, our fields, to do something fun for you and your family, taking all the safety precautions we need to take. But we want to do a few things between now and the 14th. So stay tuned to our website, to our social media. Make sure you're on our email list, and you'll get updates as soon as they can come out. But we are, like Jason said, the church and the ministry has not stopped. And there is nothing in history that has stopped the church. And this pandemic is no different. As difficult as it is, the work of God, the work of the local church will not be stopped by anything like a virus. And so while we have to stop meeting in person for a while, our ministry has continued, and it will continue. And we look forward very much to seeing you all back on at least June 14th and maybe a little bit later than that.
Yeah, so in the meantime, we're in the book of Acts, and we're looking at the church that Jesus is building and some of the things that they went through, and I believe that God is just continuing to work. I know He's continuing to teach me and teach you, teach your family, teach us as a church. So may we just continue to fight to stay together and continue to be open to what the Holy Spirit's doing in each of our lives. So I hope to see you all online at some point this Sunday, and we'll look forward to when we can be face to face.
Yep.